This is Transposition Sports. I'm Carly Chardonnay-Webb here on another Carly's Clipboard edition of Transposition Sports because you caught me just after I did my morning workout. Now, why am I out here in this hot sun working out? Because next year I'd like to be where three people I really like are this coming weekend. Winner goes on to WFA Championship Weekend, July 27th in Canton, Ohio. And by the way, yours truly will be there for Transposition Sports. I'll be doing a hit from there, and I'll be filing some reports for future Transposition Sports episodes. But how did these teams get here? Inferno Passion from Pittsburgh, National Conference playoff game in WFA Pro second quarter, tied at 7-0. Paige Cox. That didn't look good. Get the trainer, please. Trainer, get out there. Torn ACL. Cox could limp off the field, but she's done for the rest of the playoffs. Passion would close ranks. Later in the quarter, score still tied. Devin Pierce, 29 yards, gets the blocks. Look at the spin move, and she looks cool doing it. Touchdown, Passion. It's 14-7. Later second quarter, Pierce again up the gut, gets to the 1 yard line, sets up a short touchdown run to make it 20-7 Passion. And then the Inferno driving, they're threatening late, 3rd and 2, and Jacqueline Taylor Cook denies the first down. Football hugs for everyone. It was 27 at the half. In the fourth quarter, Cook snuffing out an Inferno chance to get closer by blocking the extra point. And from there, the Passion put it on cruise control. Speaking of cruise control, Olsen Malarski gets the handoff and Afterburners activated. 80 yards, you're not catching her. The Passion roll on to win 41-13. Next up, a conference championship fight with the Boston Renegades Saturday night. In WFA Division III Northeast Regional Playoffs, the Maine Mayhem taking on the New York Knockout. The team split during the season. Second quarter, no score. Maggie Schofield goes long ball to Elaine Garrett down to the 1. And on the next play, it sets up the All-American Mahala Smith just doing what she do. Touchdown, 7-0 Mayhem. But you see the knockout next possession. Tank. Her name's Hannah Jennings. First play, gets all of it. Next play with goal to go, gets more and all of it. 7-7, it's tied. It stayed that way till late fourth quarter. 1:20 left. Schofield to Smith. Oh, you don't want number 19 in space with the ball in her hands. Snakes the Mayhem closer. They have a shot at winning this in regulation. But 2 plays later, the corner blitz was coming. That led to a fumble. Oh, there was a scramble for it. The clock ended up running out. Neither team could score, and that led to overtime. First overtime. Alana Lang with the field goal. That could give the knockout the lead. Nope, partially blocked. Then it was the Mayhem's turn. Chelsea Watson lines up. She can win it here. Snap down, kick up. Partially blocked to go to the next overtime, and that's when the Mayhem say, we're going to put it in Emily Brasicki's hands. First play, off left tackle, got some of it. Next play, we're going to run off right tackle, and we're going to get the rest of it. 13-7 Mayhem. Oh, the lobster will be tasty if the defense can hold. And the knockout refusing to die. Jennings rumbles to set up a new set of downs. 4 plays to win it or lose it. 3 plays they couldn't punch it in. That led to this one, 4th in the season, and the Mayhem said, no chance, we want to move on. The defense stiffens. The Maine Mayhem win it 13-7. That sets up a conference championship fight with the Cincinnati Cougars up in Maine Saturday night. And joining us now, a special treat, the Maine Mayhem, Ollie Cleveland, right here on Transposition Sports, fresh off that victory, heading to the National Conference Championship game this upcoming weekend in Lewiston, Maine, a town that's steeped in sports history. Remember, the second Ollie Liston fight was fought where? Lewiston, Maine. Ollie, welcome to Transposition Sports, and congratulations on an epic win against the New York Knockout. First, how nervous was that overtime on that sideline and in that game? How much tension was there?
There was a lot of tension. We were in double overtime. And first of all, thanks for having me. And I'm glad to be here and spend some time with you. That moment was tough. Anytime you're in overtime, especially, that had been a battle all day long. And we scored and then we had to stop them, which is a great position to be in. But they were getting close.
I can imagine it had to be a difficult run. After both teams scored early, and then it went from track meet to trench warfare for the rest of the game. It was and true to form of a Maine Mayhem game, very physical. Now that's
Yeah.
one thing. Now, neither of us are spring chickens. I'm 53. You're 61. How do you keep up with the physicality, especially the slam ball, for example, that the Ambush and the Mayhem played in 2 games this year?
Yeah, it's a lot. For me, it's a lot of rest. Honestly, is I train real hard during the off season, and then back off on the training, and just really do a lot of rest and stretching and water. But it takes a while. It takes longer to recover, and it's the little things. It's not the big quad muscles getting pulled or anything. It's for me, it's feet and fingers and those kind of things. Yeah,
You played on 2 teams this year.
I've been
You're out
blessed
in the
this
W.
year.
You're in the WNFC. You're at the Utah Falcons, led the league in tackles, I believe, last year.
Mhm.
Came, and then this season, you were looking to move back to Maine anyway. And then it
Yeah.
turned out things kind of how did that all work out?
It worked out. But there's a lot of synchronicity. Actually, it actually worked, and I'd been keeping in touch with the Mayhem over the years, anyways, while I was out west. And this year, when the Falcons, it was clear that we weren't going to make playoffs. Then I got in touch with the Mayhem and just said, "Hey, it looks like I could make the the mid-season point where you need to be to play with the WFA." And it all worked out. There was a lot of I drove cross country twice in my Mini Cooper to make it happen, but it was definitely worth it. And the Mayhem, both teams were a pleasure to be a part of.
You've been playing some football for more than a minute. In fact, if I understand right, about 20 years.
Yeah, I
First,
think this is my 18th season coming up this season.
18 years. And during that time, found yourself, found your truth, pursued that, moved forward in it, and pursued this game. What has it meant for you to not only move forward in your transition, but also to be out here playing this game authentically?
Yeah, it means I would say it means everything, but there are other parts of my life as well. But it's such a gift to be able to continue to play this game that I've played since I was little, and so I'm grateful for every snap I get, uh, and lately I'm getting a lot of them. So it means a lot, and as I um, start to see a place where I'll be done playing, there's a chance to get back in and coach and be a part of continuing to build the women's game.
You were a linebacker out in Utah. You protect Maggie Schlofield's blind side with the
Yeah.
Mayhem. Which job do you like more?
Well, I like tackling people, but I love playing anywhere on the O line. But I do like the responsibility that comes with that left tackle position. And I know Maggie counts on me, and you and I battled quite a bit at that spot when we were out on the field together, and so I do love defense. It's what I grew up playing. But in the last 2 seasons in Utah, one season I was linebacker the whole season, and this year before I was center the whole season. So um, at this point, however I can contribute to any team's success, that's what I'm looking for.
Now, one of the great things is you're not alone out here on this field. There are others like you playing. We dot rosters across many leagues.
Yeah.
What does it mean? First, what does it mean for you as someone who has played as long as you have to see others like yourself jumping into it? People like a Jacqueline Cook or an Erica Meacham, who in turn inspired me to get out there.
Yeah, I'm thrilled about it. We talked after the game, and when we're out there battling, you're another woman playing football, and so but to find that we are setting the stage and plowing the ground. I've spent a lot of time farming in my life, and the new ground is the hardest to plow, and we're doing it, and then that makes it easier for other women that want to come along and play the game that they still love or have always loved and never got a chance to play. Well, that is a sweet feeling that we get out there and we get to battle a little bit. And there was a couple of friends I had in the WNFC that were trans as well, and so and we always had great battles.
Want to touch on this game coming up?
Yeah,
because Cincinnati, fast team, they like moving the ball around, and the one thing about Maine, having played them twice this year, hey, what you see is what you get. They're going to line up, no tricks, no subterfuge. They're going to line up and systematically execute and be physical.
mm-hmm.
I mean, give me for those who may be checking in the game. By the way, the game's going to be streamed this weekend. If you can't make it up to Lewiston, who are the people in the Mayhem that if you haven't been versed, especially in women's football, who do I look out for?
Well, you got to look
obviously besides number
Curtis.
8.
Yeah, Frankie Curtis, 56. She plays guard and she plays defensive end. We used to have a Queen of the Trenches battle every year on the Mayhem, and she was a wrestler growing up. And I've never played against anybody who has that level of control. If you give her a little bit of leverage, it's over. So she's really a force to be reckoned with. And Emily Brzicki, number 33. Emily plays defensive end as well, but she's also a tailback that's 6 foot, and I don't know what she goes for.
Emily is like, she's Ms. Inside. I know about her because she's Ms. Inside, because she's running a tackle every. You hand her the ball, and I'm thinking like, I got to tackle you. God dang it! I was like,
yeah. So there's talent. The beautiful thing about the Mayhem is that there's talent everywhere. We're super rich in rookies this year who are very athletic and talented, and so I think we match up pretty well against Cincinnati. I've watched a lot of film on them, and I'm extremely impressed with their coordinator's ability to call plays and set up plays, and then the team to execute. They have an inside run game, they have an outside run game, they got inside, deep pass game, short pass game. They're a formidable opponent.
One person that we got to mention, number 19.
Yeah.
We got to mention Mahalo Smith. We can't go there and not talk about that, because I spent a season chasing after her.
I'm still so glad I was able to
tackle her. I'm still trying. I feel good about myself because I'm my age and can still tackle her. So you know what? But seriously, a second team All-American this year, even though I think there should be a recount. This team's extremely talented. But for you, what does it mean for you to have the opportunity to win a championship? Because conference championship and the possibility of playing in Canton for all the money.
Yeah, it's really a great opportunity, and we all will be leaving everything we have on the field, because it's that time, and that's the goal. That's been the goal for that team since the beginning, and they were so close last year, and this year we feel like we're ready to go, and we have a great game plan, and our coaches are always getting us ready. We've got meetings every night this week. We'll be ready on Saturday.
One thing before I let you go, though, is how do you answer those who say, Ollie Cleveland, you should not be playing. Jacqueline shouldn't be playing. That Carly Webb character in Connecticut, they shouldn't be playing. It's unfair that they let you play. How do you answer to that?
Well, as a teacher, I say to my students, fair is not always equal. But I also say, and when people answer that or ask that question, I'm a woman, and so if we got to start at that place, and if we disagree at that point, then it doesn't really matter what I have to say, but we're women out there playing tackle football, and do I have an advantage I do have an advantage because I played since I was 7 years old. And I played 12 seasons in school, and then I played 18 seasons. So I'm going on my 30th year. That's an advantage. I do accept that. But I'm also 61 years old. And so, and anybody else who's playing, and, it,
Right.
having transitioned from male to female is not my advantage. My advantage is that I work hard. My advantage is that I study film. My advantage is when you line up, I know what formation you're in and I know what your tendencies are to that formation. Those are my advantages because I do my homework. And there are a lot of people who are bigger than 6'1", 220 who are out there playing. So physicality is not it. It's what's happening up here and knowing the game. And so there are rules that you have to follow to be a trans woman playing football, and we follow them. And those are our burdens to bear. We do our tests and we turn it in, and those are the rules. So we're playing by the rules. So let's just go out and battle and have fun and enjoy the game we love, and let the best team win.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing a great game Saturday. They pull it out, Maine, New England pride, and then we'll hope to see it, Canton. Ollie Cleveland, thank you for being on Transposition Sports. And also, it was good to finally meet you, and I look forward to meeting you in person, perhaps in Canton, for the championship game.
We'll be in Canton, and I look forward to playing against you next year, too.
I'm looking forward to that as well. But hey, Ollie, thanks and good luck Saturday.
Appreciate it. Good luck. Thank you. Bye.
Congratulations to all the teams who will receive a shot at the championship dream 2 weeks from now in Canton, Ohio. And again, Transposition Sports will have coverage, and I'm going to be participating a little bit because this season I was a second team WFA All-American. In Carly's Clipboard Spotlight this week, the Olympics start July 26th. The global stage of international athletics greatness coming back this time. Paris, France will be the venue. And there's a first-timer for Team USA who's made quite a noise the last couple years. Nikki Hiltz, middle distance runner, the first American to win a world championship medal in her event in 20 plus years. A two-time national champion, heck, even more than that, 2 times indoor, 2 times outdoor, road 1 mile champion, you name it, they've done it. But there's more to this story than just the sports, the stats, and the stopwatch. Nikki Hiltz has come on a journey, and this journey comes full circle in Paris. Would you like to know more? Sit right there. I'll break it down for you. The story of middle distance runner Nikki Hiltz began as a sophomore at Aptos High School, Aptos, California, their hometown. They had a breakthrough season, 3rd place in the 1600 meters at the California State Finals. 2 years later, 2012, state champion in the event and off on a scholarship to the University of Oregon. But injuries plagued their time as a Duck. In 2014, they transferred to the University of Arkansas to make a fresh start. That fresh start led to finishing second twice at the NCAA championships at 1500 meters and seeing the elite ranks as a real possibility. In their first full pro season in 2019, they had another coming out party. Gold at the Pan Am Games. First at the USATF 1 mile road championships and setting a course record. Third in the 1500 meters at the National Outdoor Championships, and a berth in Team USA to the World Athletics Finals. But when the world stopped in 2020, their training group broke up, and they found a personal revelation. They didn't identify as a cisgender woman. On Transgender Day of Visibility 2021, Hiltz came out publicly as transgender non-binary. In an article in Runner's World magazine, they said, quote, 6-year-old me expressed my gender identity through having short hair, wearing baseball caps, and refusing to wear dresses. I felt most like myself when I was playing football with the boys during recess, when my dad called me Nick instead of Nikki, and when the substitute teachers would mistake me for a boy. Hopes abound for the Olympics. Thanks to COVID, they were in 2021. But at the U.S. Olympic trials, an early race collision bumped Hiltz back to last place and disappointment. The stresses of the season and restarting a life took a toll. That disappointment led to change. It led to a move to Arizona in 2022 and to a new coach in Northern Arizona head track coach Mike Smith, who came armed with a new altitude-based training regimen. It also led to a new focus for Hiltz and a new sponsor who saw their advocacy as important as their athletic results. 2023 was the beginning of a dream. Hiltz won the indoor 1,500-meter national championship, the first non-binary USATF national champion. They snagged their second road 1-mile title, and then 1 week later at the Drake Relays, they backed it up by winning the 1,500. Then it was on to the USATF National Outdoor Championships, with a berth to the World Athletic Championships on the line, and Hiltz's kick did the job.
Here comes Nikki Hiltz! Hiltz in a thing, Mo! Hiltz is gonna do it! Nikki Hiltz is a national champion in the 1,500!
Oh, you thought they were done? Flip the calendar to 2024. Repeat indoor champ at 1,500 meters. Silver at the World Athletics Indoor Championships. The first American to medal at 1,500 meters in 20 years. And a spring of success that led to the U.S. Olympic trials, a fast race at 1,500 with dreams in the balance.
It's Mackay, St. Pierre, and Hiltz! Hiltz is trying to surge to the front! Nikki Hiltz goes to the lead! And Nikki Hiltz is a national champion! Going to Paris!
It's unbelievable. I literally can't believe it. I mean, yeah, this is bigger than just me. You know, it's the last day of Pride Month, and I wanted to run this one for my community, and yeah, this is for all the LGBTQ folks. Like, yeah, you guys brought me home that last 100. I could just feel the love and support.
Nikki, good luck in Paris. I hope this Olympic dream is everything you'd want it to be. And who knows, I'm rooting for you to bring some more middle distance magic to the party. But to everyone else out there, just a reminder, whether a person wins a medal or comes in 12th, they are that one thing that very few people get to call themselves in this life, an Olympian. And just getting to the games means something. I also hope that commentators and journalists, as they cover this story or Quinn's story, for example, or any other story that involves a non-binary or trans person at these Olympic Games, please get the pronouns right. It's not that hard. And I'm especially talking to you, NBC, because I don't want you to do the Nikki Hiltz in 2024, which you did to Alana Smith in 2021, misgender them in your coverage of their event. That is not an attitude befitting the network that gave us Huntley, Brinkley, Chancellor, and Enberg. Come on, Peacock. You know better, so please do better. And that goes for the rest of the press too, because I have a feeling the story of a certain Nikki Hiltz is going to be a story you're going to be covering. I see it. And just a note to the woefully ignorant. You know who you are. I see you all over social media. Anytime someone posts something nice about a Hiltz or a Quinn or any other person who is non-binary or trans in sports, do us a favor. We've heard your willful ignorance before. It's not original. Just please, if you have nothing nice to say, just don't say anything. If you can't cheer, just stay silent. That's all it is. To every athlete heading to the Olympics, good luck, Godspeed, give it your best. Win, lose, or draw, you're an Olympian, and no one can ever take that away. For Transposition Sports, I'm Carly Chardonnay Webb. I'll see you in Canton.